Well, a very good evening and welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester.
Oh, you nearly got that out correctly then. Put your teeth back in. Yes, we've got a jam-packed show for you, and in the house tonight we have got Dave and Paul from the wonderful Goose at Manchester's very own Gay Village.
We're also joined by Natasha Rea, all the way from a lovely project called Me, Myself and Bipolar Brenda.
And if you're feeling a little bit strapped for cash, then stay tuned because we have got things to do for under a tenner.
So get yourself settled and welcome to this week's episode of
Your
Manchester. Well, to start our show today, we've invited a fantabulous guest in called Natasha Rea. She's here to talk about this wonderful book called Me, Myself and Bipolar Brenda. Welcome to the show, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for having me.
So what is this book all about then?
It's basically all my journals that I kept for about 7 or 8 years before I got diagnosed with bipolar, and then they came after.
And what made you then want to tell everybody about your story and your alter ego, Brenda?
I had a really difficult end of 2018 and it carried into 2019. I actually wrote this book at literally the worst possible time I could have done it. So I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing.
So was it like therapy then, would you say?
I think a lot of it has been, and I'm not the same person who started it. Definitely not. I've noticed with the way I'm acting with things, I used to really struggle with letting things go. And I've been in situations recently where I've had to let people go and I'm just like, okay. And I was never like that.
And for those people that don't know, who is Brenda?
Me, Myself and Bipolar Brenda. So when I got diagnosed, I didn't understand if anything that I'd felt was real. So I didn't know if when I enjoyed something, well, was that me enjoying that? What, did I love that person or was I just being manic? I couldn't separate them. But I realised that I'm like quite spiritual, like grounded, and I noticed people would call you crazy and you this and you bipolar and then my Reiki teacher turned around and she went, you're not bipolar, you're Natasha, you have bipolar. And then ever since then I separated them and I was just like, that's bipolar Brenda, she's part of me and this is me, I'm Natasha. Do you know what I mean?
And that must have been a great breakthrough for you to fully understand everything then.
I had loads of breakthroughs. Like if you read it, you're like, oh my God, yeah, she's doing really well. She's on the right path. Oh no, she's not. She's gone back out. She's dancing around Dean's Gate again. Oh no, she's back on the yoga mat. So it's like.
And how are you now? How are you? Do you see Brenda a lot? Does Brenda make an appearance? Or?
Brenda raised her head massively as I got to the end of the book, and I ended up back in hospital for the first time in 3 years. But I was determined to publish that book whether I was still sat in there or not.
And you started with lots and lots of volumes of your journals. How have you gone about condensing it down to just one book?
Anthony Crank.
Really?
Yeah, bless him. I had 95,000 words.
Wow.
And I was left by an editor. And then this woman just out of nowhere, US Today best-selling author, said, get an editor if you can and I'll format it for you. And he edited it for me in 25 hours.
Wow. Do you think the pressure and the build-up of that was what made you kind of have a bit of a relapse? Because it is a big thing, isn't it, to write a book?
I didn't realise when I started. I think I kind of thought, oh, all right, I'll put it all in a book, can't be that hard. And then you're reliving things. But the problem was I was reliving stuff as I was still going through it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it was even more raw for me.
So what type of things can we find within this book?
Everything.
Really?
Everything, yeah.
Are we going to laugh? We're going to cry?
You'll probably laugh quite a lot, yeah, with some of the situations I've got myself in. Some of my appointments at the hospital and A&E trips, yeah.
What's the response been from people
Amazing.
who have read, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you found that it's people who have suffered from bipolar like yourself, or people that maybe are unaware of the situation?
I've had loads of people say to me, because we got the chief exec from Bipolar UK come to the launch, which was amazing, and he spoke, and I don't think people was aware of how much Manchester is affected by bipolar disorder, and also how it increases the suicide rate, which people don't have an awareness of.
It's not talked about enough, is it?
It's not that it's not even talked about enough, I just don't think people do enough. And unfortunately, the mental health service, they don't have the funding. But I just think if more and more people get together, and my motto in my book is, grab hold of anything that gives you a tiny bit of light in your darkest moments, because for me, being creative is what helps me. It gets me out the holes.
Where can we get the book from?
It's on Amazon, paperback or ebook, or on my website as well, yeah.
Excellent.
And have you got any signings coming up or any more?
No, I did the launch. I was overwhelmed at the launch. Didn't expect that many people there. We only took 20 books and there was like over 60, 70 people. I was like...
You're almost having an effect then, aren't you?
But do you know what? As long as somebody picks it up and they have a laugh, or it could even be someone's having a bad day and they think, do you know what, it cheered me up, that.
Yeah.
Then it served its purpose, hasn't it?
Natasha, thanks very much for coming in
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Thank you. Right then.
Well, it is coming to the end of the month, and I know we've all been strapped for cash in January. I put my teeth back in. But if you are thinking of ideas and you still haven't got a lot of money to throw around, then the Your Manchester team have been out and about to find out just what you can do for under a tenner.
Manchester is home to two of the biggest clubs in English football, Manchester United and Manchester City. But at the heart of this city is a museum focused on the beautiful game. With an entry fee of £10 for an adult, it's a great way to do anything footy-based for cheap. Across Manchester, there are numerous mini-golf courses, including Junkyard Golf and Paradise Island. However, Your Manchester checked out Treetop Adventure Golf in the Print Works, where you can play 18 holes on one of their themed courses for £9.50. If you're looking for food and you're a pizza lover, you're in luck. Rudy's is a pizzeria that can be found on Peter Street or in Ancoats Square. They have a range of pizzas that are made fresh, and the pizza we went with was the Anconzi's white pizza. But there are a range of vegetarian and vegan options. If you want a pizza on the cheap, this is your place. If you're looking for a laugh, head down to one of Manchester's comedy venues. The Frog in Bucket as well as the Comedy Store have cheap nights where you can get a few laughs for a few quid. Manchester is known for its homegrown music talent. Get yourself down to somewhere like Night and Day Cafe to see what Manchester has to offer. The cinema in the Print Works offers tickets for around £5, and with over 20 screens, there's something for just about everyone on show. Black Dog is another venue for food on the cheap. Available is a variety of burgers, pizzas and other tasty snacks. We got the peppercorn steak loaded fries. Finally, if you're looking for some cheap food and drinks, then turn to Font. With a selection of cocktails starting from £2.50, you can't go wrong. There is also a variety of food for vegetarians and vegans.
Well, wasn't that lovely?
It was definitely food for thought, but if our viewers have got any ideas themselves of places we can go out and about to, then do send us a tweet at
Your MCR.
Yeah, keep those ideas coming in. And talking of ideas and places to go, things to do, things to see, we have got two great guests in our studio right now from the Goose.
From the Goose in the lovely, lovely Manchester wonderful gay village.
Yeah,
everybody.
It's been around for a long time, hasn't it, guys?
Yes. But it's just been redone, hasn't it?
Yes.
We've got to say, from what it used to be to what it is now, it's a totally different thing, isn't it? So how have you changed it then? What was your vision behind it?
The vision was to just make it better. I think we've changed absolutely everything about the Goose. It had a really bad reputation for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've cleared all those people out.
And it looks lovely inside out. It's all very modern.
Oh,
It is.
fabulous. See,
Very
I
modern.
haven't been, but I know Belinda, you frequent the Goose quite a lot, don't you?
I am there every Thursday, yes, doing a little game of bingo.
Bingo caller extraordinaire.
But you know, I'll do anything.
Bingo bell.
Bingo bell. Well,
Yeah.
the bingo, we've got to talk about the bingo, because that is doing, there's a lot of money behind that at the moment.
Well, I actually saw this little one
Yeah.
over on social doing a video about the bingo, and is there like star prizes every week? I need to get my dabber down there, don't
Get
I?
your dabber. Get your dabber.
Definitely get your dabber. But the cash pot prize is just increasing all the time. It's great.
So what is it currently in the moment?
It's currently £550.
Woo! Everybody! Woo!
And that's just for £2 entry.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, £2 entry.
See, there's a lot to be said about bingo.
Yes.
I think there's more of a revival now, and you're getting more younger people liking a bit of bingo.
It's changing, isn't it, bingo?
You know, it is, absolutely. When I was a kid, it always used to be Maggie's 10, number 10, two fat ladies, 88. How do you do the bingo calling?
Slowly. Lots of numbers.
Do you do any recalls as well? Do you have anybody going, can we just have like that
about every
number
30
again?
seconds.
Yeah.
It's a fun event though, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a marvellous event. But what else does the Goose do then there?
All sorts. We've got a quiz on a Wednesday with Misty,
Yeah.
karaoke on a Friday. We've got alternate acts on a Saturday, including
Belinda.
Good Self.
Yes, that's me as well. I forgot to say. And you also do the best pies. You know I'm quite pie partial.
Yes.
Yes, great pies.
So we're talking, this is a place where you can come for a bit of entertainment,
Yes.
a drink and
Yes.
some food as well.
Yes.
Tell us about these pies then. Okay, have we got traditional pies?
They're the Prime Minister pies, so they're all award winning. Everything's
you've
free
got me
range.
now.
They're amazing pies. Really good.
And what other food do you do there then?
Oh, all sorts of stuff: burgers, hot dogs, pizzas, sandwiches.
And what's the atmosphere like in the Goose? How would you sum up, if you like 3 words for the atmosphere of the Goose?
Friendly, warm, welcoming.
And it really is though.
I know. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what's happening to the Goose if you guys are here in the studio?
Left it to Misty, she's hosting.
So let's talk about a bit about your histories of where you've worked previously before and how you came to why would you take on a bar that was known as being Bobbins?
I think because we're completely insane.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a challenge,
Yeah.
and everyone loves a challenge.
Everybody loves a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were you previously?
I'd worked in pubs since about 2013, so I'd run a couple of city centre sites before, Sam's and Tom's Chop House, quite well-known venues.
Yeah.
It was a complete career change for Dave.
Yeah, I was in insurance before.
In
Dave?
insurance?
Yeah.
Why were you in insurance?
Yeah.
This is a good move, yeah?
Yeah, well, I was hypnotised to get into it.
And did you feel that the community accepted you then as like the new people behind the Goose?
To be fair, I think because the venue had the reputation it had before, it was almost like it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And the feedback we've been had for the past 2 years now has been really good. So
Brilliant.
we
And if
can still
anybody
do
wants
better.
any insurance advice when they come in, they can always speak to Dave, can't they?
No.
Gone are those days.
Yeah.
But you can get yourself down there for a game of bingo. You can have a Prime Minister pint and a bit of a gin and tonic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or is your typical vodka, isn't it?
Vodka
And hot chocolate.
on hot chocolate.
And Jaeger bombs.
Oh, all the secrets are being revealed. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you very much. And we will walk over and join our lovely Hayley.
Oh, I want to go to the Goose instead.
I want a pie too.
Yeah, let's
Come
go
on.
to the Goose
We're
after
off
this,
there.
alright?
Oh, thank you. How are you, love? You alright?
Hello, I'm all right. How are you two?
You seeing that? What?
I've got a bone to pick with you two.
Why what?
You didn't mention my Tongue and Groove event with Paul and Dave.
Well, you better tell everybody about it then quickly.
Well, you know I run Tongue and Groove, which is a variety open mic night.
Yeah.
It's for any type of act. Everyone gets 10 minutes at least, but it's full of puppeteers, comedians, singers, dancers. If you want to play the spoons, you can turn up. You want to play the violin, anything and
Anything
everything.
And is that
Goes.
now at the Goose?
Yeah, it's the next one's on
At
the
the Goose?
18th of February.
Forgot all about it.
Fantastic.
Got a Valentine's one on the 18th of February. Free entry. Just rock up, have a pie beforehand if you want, because they're great pies at the Goose, aren't they? Let's be
Well,
honest.
just, yeah.
You just said that,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, you
Brilliant.
weren't
Well, get
thinking
yourself
that
down there.
intently,
It's all
were you?
happening. But what's happening in the world of TV?
Well, we had the NTAs, the National Television Awards. I don't know if any of you actually saw them, but so best drama was Peaky Blinders. Now, Katie McGlynn, who
Oh,
played Sinead in
Is
Corrie.
she going into that?
No, she's left, hasn't
Oh.
she? But she's the best serial drama performance. That's what she won.
I
So
actually
that was
loved the
lovely.
fact that she picked up that gun because I think it
Yeah.
was very well deserved and her speech was brilliant.
Yeah.
A little bit long, but it was a good speech.
Oh, bless her. She was probably really nervous. She
Very,
wasn't
very
expecting
excited.
to get it, so
yeah,
very
I love the fact that
excited.
she thanked her granddad.
Chernobyl as well.
Same to you.
Best new drama.
I'm sorry, go on, what?
Chernobyl,
Yes.
best new drama as
Yes.
well. And TV presenter, of course. Who was it? Who got the...
Was it us?
I'm sorry, no, it wasn't. I guess it was a double act though. Who was it?
It's going to be Anton Depp then,
Of
isn't
course it's going to be Ant and Dec.
Right.
And Michael Palin as well. Best Special Recognition Award.
What
yeah,
for?
For all his work over the
And
years.
of course, he dedicated it to the
Did
former,
he do a dedication?
Monty
Yeah,
Python
he
star
did.
passed away.
He
Terry.
did. It was quite
Lovely,
tearful,
isn't it?
that.
Hey, there's something good coming up in Corrie, isn't there?
There is 10,000th, if I can say that right,
Yeah.
episode next month. Now, one of the legends will be leaving the cobbles.
Do you know which one it is?
I can speculate, but I don't know for certain yet.
I can speculate.
Oh!
Woo!
Hey.
Right, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Rita.
Rita.
Rita. Inspired by your hair.
Oh gosh. I think so.
it
Because
will
they
be
go on a
sad
day
day.
trip to Blackpool because she gets the ashes
She's not
from
going to get
Dennis.
run over by a tram, is
Oh,
she?
that'd be brilliant if she got knocked over
you
by a
never know,
tram.
eh?
Because
Eh?
that'd just be serendipity, because of course... Anyway, go on, carry on.
Anyway, so they go on a trip to Blackpool that Jenny organises with Ken. Lots of residents go with them, so it's a bit like is it going to be Rita, is it going to be Ken? But it's going to
Won't
be a
be Ken.
legend.
Won't be Ken.
So could be Gail, she's a legend as well, but I don't think Helen Worth is leaving. So you know we're thinking Barbara Knox really, aren't we? So
Battle of the hairdos. Ken
yeah.
and Rita, they've got great hair.
now films.
Yes.
Gretel and Hansel rather than Hansel and Gretel.
Oh.
That's opening on the 31st of January.
And who's starring in that?
And why is it the other way around?
Yeah.
I don't know, but what they do say is that it's going to be more scary than the original story. And it's going to be more of a coming-of-age story.
But it is a scary story, because I've got to say, I've got a 5-year-old. Hello, Harry. Harry is watching it at the moment on this thing called Netflix. A very old one, 80s film.
Yeah.
And the witch tries to put the children in the oven. I think it's nasty, and the mum is bad in it as well. So I can see this
But
working.
don't you think most fairy tales are quite scary when you think about it?
They
When you
are.
read
In
about,
fact, it's fair to say they're a bit grim.
They are a bit
Hey.
grim.
Thank
You
you
beat me
very
to
much.
it. Now, one that you will want to watch with your children is Call of the Wild. That's due out on the 21st of February. It's an adaptation of the novel, and like there was a film the same, 1935 film. It's a St Bernard cross collie dog, and he gets stolen, and he's called Buck. But he actually makes friends with a man who's played by Harrison Ford. And that he takes this human on an adventure, but actually it's all CGI, the dog.
I'm not
and
feeling
I just
that.
think,
I'm
no,
not feeling that
honestly,
at all.
it
So
looked
basically,
cute on the
he's reunited
trailer.
with Chewbacca, is what you're saying, isn't it?
I
It looked really cute.
remember
on
that
trailer.
film, Turner and Hooch?
Oh no, I couldn't watch
With
that.
the dog
It's too
going,
sad. Where he jumps, spoiler alert, where he jumps to the end and gets shot.
No,
Best
but
bit in it.
if you watch the trailer, it's proper cute. The other thing is Peter Rabbit 2.
Peter Rabbit 2,
yeah.
there's another waste of good CGI, hey?
Now that is out as well. I think that's out March, might be April. I don't know if I've got an exact date on that, but that looks interesting.
Oh, give me Frozen 2 any day. Anyway, is that your bit for today?
I think that is my bit.
Well, it was good, I enjoyed it. A little bit of a mix.
I
enjoyed it.
That's it for the show, actually.
And it's worth the wait for our next episode next week. No fighting, people, because the lovely people of John Lewis are joining us here in the studio. We've got the personal stylist coming to give us some Valentine's Day ideas.
Oh God, that's coming around as well, isn't it? In the meantime, make sure you subscribe. Thanks to all our guests, thanks to all our lovely viewers. Thanks for watching this week's episode of
Your Manchester.